We're at it again. We've come a little north of the triangle, and we're in Henderson, North Carolina today. Hi, I'm Sandy Edwards with the WhyNC Team with Coldwell, Banker, Howard, Perry, and Walston. And from time to time, we partner with somebody, and that's what we've done today. Melanie Frazier, also with Coldwell, Banker, Howard, Perry, and Walston. Thank you so much for partnering with us on this and allowing us to partner with you. We are in a house that has such history. If you think about this old house and watching that TV show on PBS, is really kind of neat to see the transformation. This is on the early side of that. It's ready for the camera crew and the workers to come in and do their thing. But the house was built in
the 1800s.
So tell us a little bit about the house itself.
Yeah, Sandy, the house is great. It has 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. It has your traditional winding staircase, what you would think of when you enter into a Victorian home. There are so many cool, small details that are still in this house.
It's not what you see in production builds today. This was, truly craftsmanship. You really see it in the character inside and out. Before we go in, and I'm really excited once we get inside, but I want you to hear a little bit about Henderson itself and kind of what the resources are and what there is to do in the general vicinity.
Yeah, Sandy. So Henderson is a great little spot right outside of Raleigh. You're about an hour solid from Raleigh. You can definitely take a day out in this heat like we have today. Go to Carr Lake. You're about 15 minutes shy. Also, if you prefer to go further out, there's Lake Gaston. You have all of your traditional restaurants from Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, shopping boutiques, anything you want. It's pretty much here.
Just kind of the normal day-to-day stuff. And a piece of nostalgia once again, when you come in off of US 1, it's really neat. There's the Raleigh Road Outdoor Theater. So it's old school drive-in. We've brought our family up here and seen some movies on that before. It's a whole lot of fun, but the story is really inside. Let's go in and take a look. We've come inside now and think back, of course, none of us know anybody that was alive 130 or plus years ago because we don't really know the age of the house. We just know it was built in the 1800s. But there would be just kind of a small foyer when somebody would first come in the front door off the front porch. That's the case here. And then there are French doors that come into what I'll call the parlor. And this would be more of a receiving room sort of thing. Melanie, tell us a little bit about the inside of the house and one kind of factoid that we can't prove, but legend has about the house.
Yeah, Sandy. So about this house, pretty much every room when you come in, you'll be greeted by a fireplace. There's hardwood floors throughout. There's traditional pine paneling. And there is supposedly a governor built this house and for his daughter to live in. That is supposedly her right up here.
There are obelisks that are, a couple of them around the house that have kind of a carving in them. It's just kind of a cool little architectural feature about the house, and that's just not something you would see in a modern day house, and it's part of the character of something that's got such a rich history like this house. The functionality of this house is going to be different than what you would see today, but it's also what you would expect for a home that's got the history and the legacy that this one has. Tell me a little bit about the rooms that are downstairs, how they're used, the kitchen, and so on.
Yeah, Sandy. So you were coming in from the side, you would be walking into the dining room, and then you'd have the kitchen on your left. Then you just go through the little hallway. You'll see the bathroom, the master bedroom, and then it winds around through the living room and the parlor.
Gotcha. You could, the way the house is configured, you could have a primary bedroom that was upstairs instead of down. The previous owner has used the downstairs, and you could use it as either a dining room or a master bedroom, whichever one you wanted to use it as. So it's kind of a multi-purpose depending on how you configure it. But again, somebody with a lot of vision that really wanted to make this special, there's a lot of opportunity in this house. I will talk specifically about the center hallway in it, and that's where the staircase is. My personal favorite feature on this house.
Mine too.
What's it like?
It just boasts of elegance.
Perfect. Let's keep going.
So we're inside the kitchen of this wonderful Victorian style home. Sandy, as you can see, most likely this part was an added-on addition later. Tell us about all this workable space and what could be.
I agree. And there are no records available, but it looks like it may have been an addition. But if it is an addition, if it was an addition, it was done decades ago. You can look at it and just tell it still has the same art of fine paneling. The cabinets are the older and true wood. They run through to each other, which is great. The footprint on this portion is awesome, though. somebody with just a teeny tiny bit of vision could make this a chef's dream of a kitchen. There is so much space, and we see the square footage on it, what the room dimensions are. They've got the washer and dryer in here now, but it would be so easy to add a laundry room or do something like that with the space. You've got the breakfast area. That could also be a dining area. Just depends on how you want to use it, but the footprint really would take no effort at all to make utterly spectacular. And then the kitchen, because you think about kitchens in today's world, you really want them part of the living space of the house and not so separated. This over here is a den area with a fireplace. It's got a couple of steps that go down there. But again, a good sized room so that if you are in the kitchen or if you're hosting something, it's a great gathering space.
So we're upstairs in this Victorian style home right here, the part that boasts of elegance, the wonderful winding staircase. Sandy, tell us about it.
This is my favorite part of the house. It's in the center of the house, and I called it the center hall. And like you said, it's just simple elegance. It's not opulence. It's not too much, but there's still a lot of room. So just thinking about moving people through a hallway, plus if you're moving furniture and that sort of stuff, you've got a lot of room right here to be able to do that. Once you get up here, a lot of natural light that comes in. There's a bathroom back this way, a bedroom behind me here, and a bedroom behind you there. And then there's a bedroom that's between those two that's on the front of the house. And again, you'll see this, you've got fireplaces in the bedrooms as well. So, you know, when this house was built, central heat and air was not a thing. Central air didn't exist yet. So having a lot of fireplaces, I don't know about the functionality of them, but the fireplaces, they are just, even for an architectural feature, and I think it's just something really special. We've gotten back outside now, and it's summertime in North Carolina, so it's hot, but that summertime breeze does feel good. The yard is somewhat fenced. The fence does not actually get all of it. There's more back there. One thing before you start talking about it, and there's some stuff I know you want to say, I've got to mention that oak tree right there. I'm going to say that that oak tree is older than this house and was left when the house was built. I am not an arborist. I don't pretend to be an arborist, but if three of us reached our arms around it, I'm not entirely sure we would make it. There's just history even outside in this house. What else is the outside like here?
Yeah, Sandy. So this house, as we mentioned before, it's great for someone to come give it lots of TLC. Same with the outside. This is a great workable canvas for a first-time home buyer or an investor. The buildable lot next to it will come with it for the bit to be clear, or if you just don't want to build on it, that's fine. You can make it a beautiful garden area.
So it's more than what you see here. Tell me a little bit again about proximity. You talked about kind of the stuff that's within 5 minutes that are the shops, and you want to grab a cup of coffee or something like that. As far as other ways in and out and ease of transportation, what's that like?
Yeah, you are minutes from I-85, so you can get to Raleigh or either to Virginia, and also US 1 as well, so easily access to Wake Forest.
It's such an opportunity either for somebody that wants to come in with a lot of vision. If you like to get out and work in the yard, you've got the garden or the shed house back here. I'm not sure exactly what I would call it, a greenhouse or a shed. It's huge. It's 10 by 28, and then the covered kind of, I'm going to go old school Southern, lean-to on the back of it. And so you really do have a lot of opportunity. So for that somebody that wants to come in and make it their home, they could do just a little bit of work and really turn it into something spectacular. Mm-hmm. You also mentioned an investor opportunity for somebody that wanted to turn it into a flip or rental or whatever. Wouldn't take a whole lot to really get it where you want to go. Thank you so much for sharing it.
Thank you.
I'm a history buff by nature, mm-hmm. and so I get kind of excited and jacked up about all the really cool history that's here, down to even the old oak tree. Thank you for taking the time so much. As always, give Melanie a call, give me a call, and we're happy to help.